Charles Mead. I'm the Director of Marketing and Public Relations for the Capital Area Council, and I'm joined by Jack Pape, who is the Senior Patrol Leader for our upcoming fall NYLT training course, which is National Youth Leadership Training. That's what that acronym means. Now, Jack, what I think is interesting is people maybe only think about, well, I need to go and attend NYLT, and then that's it. I've learned everything I need to learn, and that's the end of the journey. But we're going to talk very briefly here about the fact that if you've been to NYLT, there actually is something else you can do specific to our courses that are involved here in our council, and that is you could come back and you could staff one of these courses. You've done that now. This is your third time to be on an NYLT staff. Describe what it's like to be a staff member versus just attending as a participant.
It is all as much fun as being a participant is, and then so much more. There's a lot more responsibility that comes with being a staff member. The first course I served on, I was a quartermaster. So if you've been to NYLT, you remember those people who were kind of handing you your food and you barely saw them throughout the week. That was what I was doing for my first week as an NYLT staff, and it was incredible. I was paired up with some of the best people I think I've ever worked with in scouting. My counterparts were amazing. We had so much fun preparing the food, working in commissary, getting the food ready to be passed out. There was just so many laughs, so many jokes, and so much work that we got done too. It was a lot of fun, but also a lot of needing to get things done on a schedule. I mean, we were making sure all the food for all of the participants was ready to be picked up on time. That's not something we want to be late to. So we did a lot of time management, looking at our schedule, working backwards in time to make sure we'd be just on time so the food wouldn't start to thaw if it was supposed to be cold, or it wouldn't get hot if it needed to be cold, or get cold if it was supposed to be hot. Making sure that everything was right on time. It was an incredible experience learning to manage all that time, do all those skills while having so much fun with my fellow staff members.
I think one way to think of it is coming to staff NYLT is like going to get a master's degree in kind of scouting youth leadership. And Jack, from your perspective, I have to imagine that after you attended NYLT, you had a certain baseline amount of information and you came back to your unit and you made your unit better. But after you staffed and you went back to your unit, there's a whole different level of what you knew and then were able to contribute to your unit. Describe maybe some of those differences and how, after you've been a staff member, what kind of difference you were able to make for your unit.
Yes, that is exactly right. That's pretty much exactly what happened. I came to staff and I didn't know what I was in for. I went through my first course and I came back to my troop and I realized that now not only have I seen these presentations, but I've given these presentations. I've seen the back end of these presentations. I've seen them made. I've given feedback of how to make them better, which means now I know how to do them in an amazing way. So I took that back to my troop at our ILST and at our troop meetings. I would give presentations now that were just like the ones we gave at NYLT. So all of our troop, whether they've been to NYLT or not, now they've seen some of these baseline presentations, some of the communications presentations, and we use the same games that we teach here to all of our participants. I taught that to my troop. So now every person who had a leadership position in my troop was on some level NYLT trained. It was nowhere near going to the course, but it was levels beyond what we were doing before. And I taught the presentation skills to my fellow troop members. I knew I wasn't going to be around forever, and not all of them would be an NYLT staff member. It's unfortunate, but not everyone can do it. So I taught them all of the skills, all of the tools that we used here as NYLT staff, so that way they could continue to pass that down throughout my troop, and for years to come, the presentations would be on a high level. That way our instructions would actually get through to our troop members.
So there's a real benefit in a scouting context. But now let's be selfish for a second and let's talk about the individual. So you attend NYLT, you staff NYLT. You've talked about the difference that can make in terms of your understanding of some of these core concepts with communication, leadership, time management, frankly, the management of resources, all of these things. So when you then go to school or to a job, you're now supercharged with this information and being able to really stand out from some of, be it your classmates or your coworkers. Describe how that difference has played out for you in your life.
Yes, on a very surface level and very expected, my presentations from before being on staff to after being on staff were completely different. They were much better after staffing. So any presentation I had for school, I got almost excited when I got a presentation from school, like an assignment to make a presentation. I was like, yes, I get to show off how an amazing of a presenter I can be and how amazing my slides can be. This is going to be, it was fun for me to do that. But it wasn't just the presentation skills. I've also learned a lot of time management and resource management skills, how to make things work out to be the best, and also how to get the best experience out of things. I made sure to take those skills and apply them so I was using my time efficiently. I was getting the most out of whatever I was doing at one given moment, making it easier for myself in the long run. It was that thinking forward, making sure that later I would be set up for as much success as I could.
So NYLT staff, it can not only help you be a better member of scouting, make your unit better, but it can also help you individually be more successful in whatever it is that you're doing. So we hope that you would consider it. If you've been to NYLT, uh, consider applying to be on staff, because you can be a real resource and asset, not only to our program but to yourself. So you can find out more information about NYLT if you visit our website at bsacac.org and search for NYLT, or National Youth Leadership Training. Jack Pape, thanks again for your time. We appreciate it. And for everybody, we hope to see you at a future NYLT course as a participant or as a staff member.